All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. All right, so everything looking good so far. Uh, Waiting for the other computer to kick in and see how the audio sounds on that. So let's see how the audio sound. All right, they got audio. The audio has kicked in. It said kicked in. What's going on, everybody? Good morning. I mean, damn. Good morning. Lord have mercy. Oh, shit. Good. Good evening. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing fine. I am back once again. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get straight into it so we get this show started. All right. Chris Thorne Show Live 2.0. Y'all know how we get down. Let's do it. All right, all right. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching my content. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. I want to give a warm welcome back to my man Brian Auger back in a bit. We miss you, big homie. So I'm glad that you are finally able to make it back. Good evening, Sylvia. What up, Barroso? Asher Barroso is on the phone waiting on me to unmute him right now. Darcy Ann, how you doing, love? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I don't know if these other people who came earlier was they still in the building, but here a couple more people that still came in the building to watch the show, whatnot. My man August in the building. What up, August? And if y'all haven't, hit the thumbs up and share it on your page or share it to people who you think may be interested in watching this show, which I think it needs to be. Well, y'all know I'm gonna be on this shit anyway. So I mean, shit like this comes my way, I'm gonna be on it. So fuck what you're talking about. So let me do this real quick. We're gonna get right into it. Let's see. All right, so we'll go ahead and share that out. Boom. So let me go over here and mute my man. Broso, you there? Can you hear me?
I'm here, brother. I'm here. What's going on,
What's going
everybody?
on, man? What's going on? Hey, appreciate you making time for the show. And ladies and gentlemen, if y'all want to call in and chime in, that's the number right there for anybody who want to call in and chime in. But you might want to hear the story first before you want to call in and chime in or whatnot. Hopefully my man's brother Smooth. Hopefully he'll call back and come on in on this, because usually topics like this, man, I'd like to have him on the show so we can talk about stuff like this. But before we get right into it, Barroso, I sent you the title. I just did a stream yesterday, and you sent me that story. I appreciate you for sending me that story. And here we are again, talking about another 11-year-old. I guess in a sense you could say being exploited or something like that. But I guess that's not necessarily the case until I read this story, because we just going by the title right now. Maybe there's something more. Maybe there's something to say that, hey, could it be possibly the young lady's fault? Even though she's 11-year-old, could it be a possibility that it is her fault? Because even though they may be young in age like that, we're not going to automatically always say that they innocent, because at that age of 11 years old, I'm pretty much sure you know what Tinder is. I'm pretty much sure you know what it is.
Yeah,
And the way some of the guys talk
yeah,
on there, by you being 11 years old, yeah, you know what Tinder is. So, and again, like I said, I did this story about the young man at a gay club dancing on stage in front of all these grown ass men. And I'm still tripping now that I'm not hearing no protests. The LGBTQ is not coming out saying shit. You know, unless there's some updates that I'm missing. I'm not seeing any videos. As a matter of fact, Judge Joe Brown is arguing with a couple of people on Twitter because he's bringing that up. You know, and for some reason, I don't understand about the LGBTQ that you can state a fact and an opinion, but for some reason, when you do that, you automatically label as that you hate them or you anti-gay or some shit like that. When they can sit up here and talk about any and everybody, including themselves, and nobody says shit. But as soon as somebody, you know, that's heterosexual says anything, an opinion or a fact, we automatically hating them. And I don't understand that. You know, so I asked a question to anybody who's in the LGBTQ that's listening now. What's worse? Us stating an opinion about some of y'all bullshit rhetoric, or a gay club full of grown men allowing an 11-year-old boy to prance on stage and have grown-ass men throwing dollars at them? Which one is worse? Bro, so I'll let you talk on that for a minute, then we get right there. We get right into the show. So you send me that story, man. Thank you for sending me this story, man. And what's your overall thoughts about that 11-year-old dancing on stage?
Okay, my first question is, how does the Holy Father held an 11-year-old get in the club in the first place?
It beats the hell out of me.
We're going to figure out, how does an 11-year-old get on Tinder in the first place?
It beats the hell out of me.
Like, there's a lot of questions that need to be answered. And of course, the main question is, where are the parents of these aforementioned 11-year-olds? Mm-hmm. That's going to be the biggest question that nobody, I'm sure it's brought up, or nobody has brought up yet, depending on which side of the spectrum you are on. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, some people are calling this 11-year-old a hero. Some people are saying this is downright despicable. Like I said, depends which side of the fence you're on, but I'm going to go on a limb and say the parent had to okay this somehow. Because there's no way an 11-year-old, you know, should end up dancing in drag on a dance floor in a club, nor should an 11-year-old be on Tinder. Now, there has to be some sort of parental neglect or ignorance there. There has to be. I'm sorry. There's no way around it.
Here's my thing, you know. How is that labeling a young man being a hero just because he danced and pranced on stage? If that's the case, you could get any child. If you can manipulate the child enough, you can get any child to jump on a stage and dance and parade. So how is he labeled a hero, you know, because he's an 11-year-old coming out, trying to show the world that, you know, I could be a drag at 11 years old. You know, what's so heroic about that? You know, I don't get it. I don't get it. You know,
right? The thing is, like, you know, this is a whole different generation, and this is a whole different society. And I've said this before. I'm sorry. I feel sorry for this generation growing up, because it's like, you know, they tell you be who you are, be who you want to be, and that's all fine and dandy. But there's limits to that. Mm-hmm. And going on the dance floor, I think you go beyond those limits. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Look, I'm like this, you know. I want everybody to be comfortable in their skin. Now, there's rumors circulating around. I saw this video that this guy had did back in November. He said that the young man should be taken away. And I want you to tell me what you think about this. Say the young man needs to be taken away from his parents. And he showed a video with the young man with two other guys that's, I guess, presumably gay. And he saw this word that was on his picture. And the word stood for date rape. It's a date rape drug. And when he brought that up, I said, you know, he kind of got a point on what he's saying. If he breaking it down like that, then I can understand what he's saying. But at the same time, I don't know if I would just want to say, you know, have him taken away from his parents because he's drag or whatnot. I don't know. Maybe it's something that I don't think taking away from his parents probably won't fix anything unless his parents is forcing him to do this, which some people when I did the show feel like that. Yeah, he's being pressured into doing this. Who knows? I don't know. I had a couple of people come in the comment section say, "Look at his face. That boy looked depressed." Hey, you never know. People getting these state of minds and taking all this medication, and people take advantage of the people who take these medications, and they will force certain issues on them, and now you got a whirlwind full of shit. But now, however, though, you have a few people I think who are in the LGBTQ community that didn't like this at all, and I don't blame them because if I was gay or whatnot, this would be unacceptable to me to have a young man that young that's no stage to have us grown ass men, which some of them probably pedophiles, throwing money at this young ass man. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with people? Seriously. But go ahead, brother. I'll let you say something on that. I need to go check on something real quick. But go ahead. Say what you got to say.
The thing with okay, there could be a number of ways that can go, and I don't want people to think that I'm condoning this, but when it comes to like especially young teenagers, like dressing out in drag or being the opposite gender of who they really are, and the problem with that, as someone who's going through that myself, is the fact that the lack of parental support and the fact that the LGBT community, as far as teenage goes, there's a high suicide rate amongst these aforementioned teenagers. Because they fear parental disownment, and basic, 13-year-old worries like, how people are going to feel about it, it's like they're being, we want our kids to go to school, be normal kids, I mean, you are who you are, like, you want to be the opposite gender, I mean, that, some people like to throw religion down their throat. Listen, the problem, like I said, it all starts with the parent, it's like they're so adamant against it, and that's okay, but it's, at the same time, it's like, you wonder why your kids stray away and probably end up willingly go to these dance clubs because it's like they're probably getting no support at home.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, you got to look at this from different perspectives. What's the story behind it? Is there any backlines in it? What's the backdrop to it? Is it the kid he feels like, you know what? If I can't be who I want to be at home, I'm going to go somewhere. I'm going to be who I am, and someone's going to accept me for who I am, and they're going to love me for who I am. And then, like I said, my oldest child, some of you may know, what identifies as a boy, and he's made it clear, if you're not gonna, respect his right as a, his identification as a boy, then please do not be in my life. Do not throw down religious things down my throat. I'm gonna be who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And as a parent, you're in a tough place. You're kind of like, do I go with the support of my child? Do I go with my beliefs, my pride, with everything? I go with the support of my child. Absolutely. Because at the same time, you got to support your child. That's what part of supporting your children is. Whether you think it's right, wrong, or indifferent, for me, I don't want my child running away and, aspiring with who he or she wants to be, with somebody else, and then God forbid something. It's like that child goes down the rabbit hole further and further to the point of no return.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened? Why your relationship with why? Because of your, belief of this. And listen, sometimes you got to put your beliefs on the back burner, and you know what? Me and my oldest child, we have the greatest relationship. We have, I have an understanding, and I fully support what he's doing.
All right.
I fully support it, and like I said, it could be my child on the stage doing that, and I don't want that. So it's like, maybe he's just not getting no support at home.
Good deal. Good deal. And great analysis. And what up to my man Marik? What up, brother? What up, Ralph? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if y'all haven't, please hit that thumbs up. Y'all slow to trickling in, but leaving at the same time. So, it is what it is. And if you want to call in and chime in, you can call in and chime in on this if you so choose to. As a matter of fact, speaking of chiming in, let me do something real quick. Speaking of chiming in, let me do something real quick. Oh my God! Hey, Miss Classy. Hey, love. How you doing? Good evening, good evening. You know what to do, Miss Classy. Share this out, love, and bring some more people in on this interesting topic. And if you want to call in, get in on this, love, you more than welcome to. You more than welcome to.
Don't forget to tell everybody to share it out. Share it out. Share it out.
Share. Especially this, you know. Especially this.
Everybody share it out.
Right. So, all right. So let's get into the real story, bro. Let's get into the real story.
Right.
Let's get into why we are here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a story here. Now, look, I talk a lot about Plenty of Fish. I don't fuck with Plenty of Fish anymore. I stopped fucking with Plenty of Fish long time ago because, again, I just got tired of seeing the same faces. I got tired of seeing the same bullshit statuses. Talk about they need boot things and all that, but in the other day, you don't say shit about a boot thing. But when it comes to special holidays, you want a motherfucking boot thing. And I got tired of seeing this shit. I got tired of seeing the same faces over and over again. So I left the shit alone. However, I recently seen somebody that was on it and it looked like they had upgraded a whole lot. But does that mean I'm finna go back to it? Nope. We talking about Tinder. It's funny I'm talking about this because I just uninstalled Tinder from my phone the other day. Tinder pretty much the same thing. You know, you match with people and you get no conversation. You don't. You get no conversation. You'll be lucky if you get at least about 3 or 4 sentences for anybody that you meet from Tinder. All right? And Tinder is the same thing. People be on there talking about, you know, I'm not looking for no one night stand, all that bullshit. Yes, you are. Bullshit. You know, you really think you're going to get on a site like Tinder and you're really going to find a guy that's really want to be with you? I doubt it because I can imagine what some of the guys are saying on Tinder. I can imagine what some of them are saying. You understand? So I uninstalled it, a couple of days ago because got tired of running into the same bullshit. Then I got a tool with an idiot, you know, not too long ago over some dumb shit, you know. It's just amazing how people mindset can have a meltdown in a matter of seconds. You understand? So after that, I just said, fuck it. I'm done. Fuck Tinder. Fuck POF. Fuck all that shit. You know, I'm not dealing with that shit no more. Okay, Miss Class, thank you, love. I'm not fucking with that shit no more. You know, hey, on a social site.
It makes me glad. It makes me glad who I found, who I have.
Exactly.
I ain't looking back.
Exactly. If I meet you off on Instagram and Facebook probably the best way to go because you can do video chatting and then you get a clear mindset of how they talk then, and then you won't get catfish because you can do video. And I still say for anybody, you on these dating sites, they got a video option and they refuse to get on video, you might be getting catfish. Leave them the fuck alone. But however, let's get right into the story, y'all.
Let's go.
A man is charged with raping an 11-year-old he met on Tinder. 11-year-old on Tinder. And I think this fool just turned 21 years old. But he met an 11-year-old on Tinder. Now, we can go already and say, you know what I'm saying, he a scum, he nasty, and he a dirtbag and this, that, and the third, which I agree with all that you may be saying. But let's listen to the story. How much of the blame can you put on the young girl? Or do you put the blame on the young girl, period? Do you go strictly to the mother and blame her? Let's have a listen.
Looking for the alleged suspects. As soon as we have an update, we'll bring it to you. For now, live, Maytal Levy, Fox 19 Now.
Maytal, thanks. A Greendale man is spending his 21st birthday behind bars, accused of raping and molesting an 11-year-old girl. Detectives say the man met the child on the Tinder app. Fox 19 Now's Amber Jayanth is in Lawrenceburg with more on the investigation and tells us why the 21-year-old could be facing even more charges.
That's right, Tricia. Well, police say that Travis McAdams is being held here at the Dearborn County Jail. They say since his arrest on Friday, more women have come forward with similar accusations.
Whoa!
Tinder is one of the most popular dating apps right now. Millions use it to find love, but Travis McAdams is accused of using it to find easy prey. The Dearborn County prosecuting attorney says that McAdams had his first encounter with the underage girl online.
It's my understanding that the 11-year-old had portrayed herself as a 16-year-old on the Tinder app, and then once they had met through Tinder.
Really?
They then began to chat through Snapchat.
The probable cause affidavit
you had to be
states that
18
the
on these
11-year-old and McAdams continued
Well,
to
you can make up a
communicate,
birthday, you get
and
past
that
anything.
sometime in late December of 2017 and early January 2018, the two met here at the Greendale Cinema. The 11-year-old told detectives that she walked away to use the bathroom, and when she walked out, she stated that McAdams put his arm around her neck, covered her mouth, and took her to the back of the building where he raped her. The detective sergeant for Greendale police say that McAdams was aware of the child's true age and that she continued to see him after the
there we
alleged
go.
rape.
There we
She
go.
advised me she was scared of McAdams, and that's why she continued to see him on a couple other occasions after this, because she was in fear of what he may do.
Is that a
According
fact?
to the affidavit, the 11-year-old's mother learned of the alleged rape and reported it to police in March. Now police are warning other parents to stay alert and to pay attention to who your children are talking to online.
To watching their children's social media accounts. There are actually apps out there now that are designed to look different. So if you look on a child's app, it may show a clock or something, and it's actually a hidden file where the kids can hide, like the Snapchat accounts or Tinder accounts and other similar accounts.
And right now, McAdams is being charged with felony rape and child molesting. Now, each charge can carry a penalty of 3 to 16 years in jail. And right now, a trial date has not yet been set. But for now, reporting live in Lawrenceburg, Amber Jayanth, Fox 19 Now.
New at 10, several pigs killed in a large barn fire in Ross Township.
What the holy hell this word is coming to? What the holy hell this word is coming to? So I kind of figured where this was going, and we got where it was going. I knew she had lied about her age. I knew that for a fact. And I kind of figured once he found out her true age, he still didn't give a damn. He still didn't give a damn. Hey, Mahogany, how you doing, love? And I seen Miss Class said she back. Thank you, love, for sharing that. I saw the notification come across my computer. So everything kind of happened as I predicted. But here's the thing, though. Not only she did this on Tinder, she went and oh my God. Hey, Honey Lot. How you doing, love? How you doing? All right. Not only did she do this on Tinder, she went to Snapchat and did the same shit. She did the same shit. Now, check it out. So check it out. He's been doing this to multiple women. All right? So is it safe to say that he's a serial rapist? Or he on the verge to being a serial rapist? If he's constantly doing the same thing, meet people on Tinder and doing the same thing over and over again, do you label him as a serial rapist? I'll go so far as say, yes, you label him as a serial rapist. All right? But I'm more concerned about this little girl. 11 years old, passing herself off at 16 years old. But still, you 21 years old. And if she said she was 16, you still meeting a minor, unless a 16-year-old is legal in his neck of the woods. Maybe it's legal in his neck of the woods. Who knows? But the thing is, he found out that she was 11 years old. The fool said, you know what he did? He looked at it and said, it's easy pussy. That's what he said. It's easy pussy. And that's what he did. He took that young child's, I'm going to say manhood, but that's not what I'm looking for. I want to say virginity, but if she been doing this, I don't even know if he took her virginity, to be honest. I don't know. There was a saying that we used to say in my time that when females have sex for the first time, I don't know if people still use that term today, it's called pop they cherry. It's called pop they cherry. And if this young lady is doing this and has been doing this, it could be a possibility she already had a cherry pop. Because like they said in school, women body material faster than men. So they could be 9, 10, or 11, or 12 and look like a grown-ass woman already. All right? They can see a bitch doing all this fuck shit and we looking grown as hell already. So that's why it's so easy for a lot of them to lie about their age. But you got some that's so bold, they would tell you how old they are, and they would tell you that that's all I want, just to fuck. Yava Tay, if I said your name right, welcome to the show. I think this is my first time seeing you. Welcome. Good evening. What up, Flaw, my friend? How you doing, love? Good evening. Miss Class brought y'all in. I sure appreciate that. Miss Class, I love you for that. Thank you so much. And Miss Class, if you want to call in and chime in on this as well, you are more than welcome to come in. Matter of fact, I would like for a woman to call in, since y'all the one who give birth to us. I would like for y'all to call in and get y'all thoughts on this. Yes. Now, people keep asking the question, where was the parents? That's a good question. That's a damn good question. Where's her parents? All right. And I want to say what is an 11-year-old doing with a phone, but with the way shit going nowadays, you damn got to have every child with a phone now. So in case of emergency comes along, you know what I'm saying, that they can call, be like, hey, this happened, that happened, blah, 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 blah. And the parents could be on their way to get their child out of this dangerous situation, you know. But at the same time, like what I always say, when you got a child that young, especially a young girl, you should be monitoring that phone from time to time. As a matter of fact, you should only be giving them a phone that only got talking text. They don't need no Android phone. Just get them a cheap ass flip phone where you can just talk and text. Bada bing, bada boom. You ain't got to worry about this shit. Unless she's going to school and she's looking up these sites at school. Lisa Lewis said, hello, Chris, each and every one in the chat. Here visiting was by way of Miss Class. Glad to be here. Thank you, dear. Thank you so much. Good evening. Y'all ain't hitting that like. Go ahead, hit that like. Hit that like for your boy since you coming in. Hit that like for your boy. And if you haven't, sub. You know what I'm saying? Help build the channel up. But usually schools block sites like Tinder and all that. I think Tinder pretty much is straight up just a mobile site, so she probably couldn't get on the computer. Yes, I don't think she can get on the computer and get on Tinder. All right. So apparently she must have had an Android phone and she was doing this or whatnot. Or if it is a back way around to get on the computer with this, I had went to a library a long time ago. I remember I fresh got out of high school, right? I goes to the library and I'm seeing these young girls in the library along with other young kids. And when I got past them young girls, they weren't looking at nothing studying. They were looking at boys on I want to say Black Planet. When he was out back in the day, they started looking at boys in Black Planet. And I was like, that's interesting. And you would think the library would block Black Planet. But then again, Black Planet also had a part where you could actually apply for a job. All right, so that's probably why they didn't block it. But to see them young girls get on Black Planet and looking at them boys, I said to myself, I'm glad I'm out. But them young girls right there, if they not being watched, I gotta say it, they're gonna get their cherry popped. But that was a long time ago, so I don't know what happened to them young girls back then. But anyway, bro, so I don't want to keep on talking on, so I'm gonna let you say something. I think somebody just called in, so so I what you just heard, but you know, so what's your essence about it?
I'm
gonna go to the next call.
I was gonna say, like, you know, but I was saying, you know, like, it's like, you know, somebody, I have the chat on my other phone, you know, and I'm just watching the comments go by, and 5-year-olds have phones. It's like, it's gonna get to a point where kids are gonna be born with phones coming out of their mom, with phones in their hands, because that's the point we're gonna get to.
Yeah, but Tay, thanks for the sub. Thank you, dear. Thanks for the sub. La Green just came in. Hey, love. She said, "Hey, Chris, why this topic?" Well, La Green, you know I got to touch. You know I got to touch on because you know I love the kids. But go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, these kids are going to be born with phones eventually at some point, you know. And I'm not being sarcastic. I'm being realistic because that's the point it's going to get to. And it's like, you know, all right, you're an 11-year-old posing as a 16-year-old, and you know, you're as a 21-year-old male, more often than not, the vast majority think with the wrong head. So it's like, oh, so, he's already bordering on, child molestation charges, but he's not thinking like that. Like I said, he's thinking with the wrong head.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's like, but it's, while that is inexcusable, I'm not going to sit here and defend the guy one bit. What the mother decided to report the rape, which is all fine and dandy, but when is somebody going to say to her, do you know your 11-year-old is posing as a 16-year-old on not just one site, but two different social medias, Snapchat and Tinder? Is anybody going to question that? That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying anything of this is right, but what I'm saying is, where does any kind of liability comes in? Now, as a busy parent myself, it can slip through the cracks, but it's kind of like, at some point you got to say to yourself, I should check on my kids, activities from time to time, make sure they're doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. That's just me. Maybe I think outside the box.
Mm. Okay.
But like I said, where's any responsibility from the mother's part? It's great that you reported on. I'm glad she did, but at the same time, it's like, where were you this whole time?
Absolutely.
Where were you? Where were you? Not that I'm putting her down in any way, but it's like you gotta look at it. You gotta look at it from a wide scope, a wide perspective here. It's like, but my oldest, we had he has Snapchat and all that, but he's very open and honest, and even shows me what goes on in his dialogues.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good to say everything is on the up and up, everything is good, but not everybody has that relationship that him and I have,
Right, absolutely. Let me get a shout out to, I seen somebody named Miss Chino. Goddamn. Thanks for coming to the show. Love, thank you so much. Good evening to you. And my girl named Moody in the building. She said, true that. I got on my niece's ass for the same thing. Good deal. Bro, so I'm going to let, I think this is my girl, Miss Classy. 910. This you, Miss Classy?
Hey, you know it.
Hey,
yes,
what's
it
up,
is.
love? How
Yes,
you doing?
it
Long
is.
time. How you doing?
Good evening.
How you doing? And y'all,
good.
thank y'all for coming over, showing Crystal and some support.
Man,
Okay,
I know,
y'all,
that's
smash
love.
that like
They
button for
in.
us.
What up, Mr. Independent? What's up with you? Good evening. Y'all hit that like stuff for your boy if you haven't. Please. But, Miss
Miss
Class,
Independent, beautiful. I'm gonna give you my take on this.
go ahead.
Okay, you know what? When it comes to our babies, whether it's male or female, the worst thing that men or women can do is violate a child. That's the worst thing
Mm-hmm.
we as adults can do.
Mm-hmm.
We are first and foremost the protector of our children. We birth them first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
We bring them in this world, and we are their first protector. Whether they're boy or girl, we are their protector. And for a man or woman to take it upon themselves to violate a child, there is no law. There is no justice. There's nothing the system can do. Punishment, big or small, to bring back what has been taken from that child.
Mm-hmm.
Once that innocent is taken, whether that child has had sex or not, that child has been violated by the very person that is deemed to protect them. It cannot be undone.
No, it can't.
It can't be undone.
And and as always, I agree 100% with what you're saying. So preach to you on that. Tell me your thoughts on her playing her role.
Exactly. Preach.
Tell me your thoughts on her playing her role in the whole thing. 11-year-old and passing off as an older woman. And who do you think should take the blame for this? Do you think the little girl should take some blame for doing what she did, or do you put the fully blame on the mom?
I put the blame, okay, when it comes to a child, right?
Mm-hmm.
Children these days, they fast.
Yes.
I'm not going to take that from them. They
Yes.
are fast. Children these days, they are fast. And some of them don't even look like they 11 years old.
Psh, what you said? What you said? What you said?
But at the end of the day, if you let your child run around and look like that, act like that, at some point, yes, the blame has to be put on the child, but ultimately the adult is going to have to take the bulk of that responsibility because you knew what your child was doing. So yes, it falls on the adult at the end of the day, but it also falls on that child. But we cannot victimize that child that has already became a victim.
Ooh, I like how you put that. I like how you put that. I like how you put that. Damn, I love how you put that. That's real shit right there. That's real shit right there. Well, go ahead if you got some more. But go ahead if you got some more you want to say. Go ahead, dude. You got the floor.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. I'll say if you got some more you want to say. Go ahead. You got the flow.
I mean, you have to look at it. Children are fast. These girls are fast. I've ran into girls that I've never thought was their age. They're fully developed. These children are developing at a faster pace. So as parents, if you know your children are developing at a more mature rate, at what point in time do you not take up more time with your child? Because if you don't, they become a victim. They will become a victim. Men are going to look at them in such a way that they should not look at them. They put themselves in such a way that they do become a victim. Look at these teachers. These kids are wearing clothes. They're doing things in school when they're not around their parents. But that do not give that teacher the right to also violate that child. Just because that child put themselves in such a vicarious way does not mean it gives that teacher that right.
Exactly.
At what point in time as an adult do you stop that child? They don't.
Thank you.
So yes, part of the blame does go on that child.
Right.
But it also, the biggest part, go on that adult.
But also, in Ms. Class, I'm going to tell you about a video I seen a long time ago, and I forget where it was that I saw it. But, and I don't know who recorded this damn video, but this little girl, they was at a school, and these two boys it was 2 or 3 boys standing right there on a port or something. And this little fast-ass girl was grinding up on this boy. You know, she was doing a little twerking, moving her hips, then turn around and cocked her leg up and pushed her, do her head back like this and shit. And I was just like, whoa. What the hell? She dancing better than I see a stripper dance. What the fuck she getting that from? Are you serious? Got cocking her leg in the air, cocking her head back, and moving her hips and doing all that shit. I was like, oh my God. And I said, on top of that, who the fuck is recording this? Who the hell is recording this? And if it is one of the boys or whatnot, why nobody ain't saying nothing? As a matter of fact,
wonder where she got it from.
But you have to look at it. When it comes to twerking, that is on TV, that is on social media, that is going on in schools, that is going on everywhere. And 9 times out of 10, these kids are twerking when the parents are not around. But when the parents catch them, if the parent is not stopping them and is condoning that behavior, Because the average parent, the average good parent, is one gonna snatch that butt up.
Yes, ma'am.
But
Yes,
if the
ma'am.
parent is trying to be that child's friend, they're gonna be next to that child, twerking with that child and condoning that child and putting it on
Oh
social media with them.
man.
They're gonna be
Oh
spreading it to their friends and they're gonna be laughing with them. You got two
yes.
types of parents. You got one that's gonna snatch them up, and you got two that's gonna be that child friend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But Russell, you got anything you want to say, brother? You got some more you want to add on today about what I said about the young girls twerking, or what you want to add on
Well,
the subject itself?
I for me, it's like when you mentioned that young girl twerking in front of the three boys. It almost makes you wonder where she got what brought on. I don't think these habit and this behavior is just like you turn the light switch on and it just starts automatically. It had to start somewhere. You know, I mean, that's, she had to pick up that behavior from somebody.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying, like I said, this just doesn't drop out of the sky one magical day. This is something that had to be seen, and the child's going to imitate what some adults do, and therefore you have that girl that twerked in front of the three boys.
Right.
And that's me.
And it was another video I seen a while back. I'm thinking this was in a daycare or something. This little girl was down on all fours, and she was shaking her butt. And instead of the grown-ups telling her, get off the floor doing that, they was throwing dollars at her going, hey, hey, hey. And I just like, my mouth just dropped open when I saw that. And the other kids was in there laughing, looking at this. And I guess you can't blame them because they don't really know what's going on. They just are following the lead of the adults. They see the adults laughing and smiling, so they feel like, it's okay for them to laugh and smile, but really, you setting a bad example. I'd be damn if I have a young daughter, I don't give a damn if she's a minor age, and I catch my baby mama, got her doing that, and Thomas say, hey, we're going to have some problems. We're going to have some problems. When she get up age and she should want to dance like that, let her do it. But you setting a bad example for my daughter shaking her body. I want my daughter to have more morals about herself than that. I want her to know and feel she's more than just a body figure. All right? She have brains as well as her beauty. I want her to know that. And I want her to know that shaking her ass is not a way to get a man's attention. You could be classy and still get a man's attention. You best believe that shit, fat. You better believe that shit. You better believe that shit.
Right.
But to have my baby mama walk in on her and they doing that time, like, hey, throwing money at my little girl, she on the floor twerking. Nah, we gonna have some issues. And again, the question remains: who record this and who think this shit is cute to put on social media? And then when people call you out on it, you get upset and you want to cuss out everybody who says something negative. But everybody who give you a good comment, you let that ride. But somebody who telling you what you need to hear, you get defensive. I don't get it. So you ain't taking up for
Have you ever thought maybe that it was the friend that recorded it and maybe not the parent?
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the question. Who's recording it? It could be the friend.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing.
But doesn't the parent, especially at that age, shouldn't the parent be around? Like, the parent should be there. I mean, if my daughter's going to tell, and my friend become like, you better turn that damn thing off because I'm gonna turn it off for you. That would be my mindset. My child will not be dancing like that either. It's got to go both ways.
Exactly.
But most of the time, you're not in your child eyesight 24/7.
I was just going to say
you
that.
have to think about from the time that you are at the from the time that you get up and your child get up and you go to work, your child go to school. You're not exactly home when your child get home. You got that gap in between that time frame that your child gets home from school and you get off of work. You think about the time that gap that child have to do the most damage. Then you think about from the time that you get home, you have to sit there and unwind, get out of your clothes that you got, that you wore to work. You got to think about preparing the food, getting ready for work the next day. If they sit there and say, Dad, Mom, or something like that, can my friend come over? What they doing in the room, you might stick your head in, and then there's a whole nother 30, 40 minutes that don't went by before you stick your head back in the room to see what they do. Between the time frame, that's the most that they have done. You're not in your child's eyesight every 24 hours. It's the little gaps in between that they have done the most. You don't find out what has been done until after it has been done.
And you know what? You are absolutely right. But now, on that note, that's why we into it 2018, 2019. You can now put cameras everywhere in the house, especially if you got a babysitter. I remember watching this video somebody did, and I think I may have did a video on it, and I was so disgusted. There was a woman watching her friend child. This is her friend. Watching her friend child. And I'm assuming the friend didn't know that the camera was in there. So she's sitting on her friend's couch naked, pregnant and shit, naked, smoking weed. And she was abusing the girl. She was abusing a little girl. Hurt my heart when I saw that. I mean, she was making a girl do certain stuff, calling the girl over, slapping her, hitting her, and shit like that. And I was just like, when you see videos like that, it just make you want to go in and slap the shit out of her, let you feel how that child feel when you put your hands on the child for no fucking reason whatsoever. And that's why I say nowadays, you have to be real careful when you let babysit your children, because now it could be your best fucking friend that do the most damage to your child because any reason. But 9 times 10 is probably jealousy, because a lot of them have their child so well behaved and their child so out of control. So, once they babysit their child, they start abusing your friend's child and letting her children beat up on the friend child and shit. And then when she come home, what happened to my baby? It's an accident. But she can't prove it's an accident because there's no cameras around. But you put them cameras around, you can catch every fucking thing that's going on now. And I advise anybody who got young children, please do that. If you got people who, I don't give a fuck, that's your best friend. Hey, put cameras in your house. See what's going on. You ain't got to let them know. You can put them in the smallest places that you won't think they'll look at. And you can catch everything that your so-called best friend is doing to your child. Preach. You can catch everything that they doing to your child.
You're right about that.
Oh, shit, my boy Sylvester. What up, boy? What up, Sly? Shit, my fault, y'all. Damn, I ain't seen my boy in a minute. Go ahead, what y'all saying? Damn, my fault.
You're absolutely right about that, but then you got to be careful when it comes to those cameras, because some people want to take those cameras a little too far, and then they're trying to put the cameras in the kids' room. At what point in time do we start taking away the privacies of the kids? And that's the part of the invasion that you don't want to do. You're not going to take away the invasion. We're talking about babies. Babies are different, right? But then when we start talking about the invasion of our kids as they become teenagers, now we're taking away their privacy to a point to where your children are getting undressed in their room. You're not going to sit there and watch on the camera your child undressed in the room. We're not going to invade their privacy. Now, when my kids became teenagers, this is the thing that I used to do. I had flower beds around the windows, right? My kids' windows. So me being the smart behind that I am, I pulled all the flowers up and just had the mulch and stuff around. And every night, I made sure the water sprinkler stayed on. Because the footprints told it all. Should it happen, they decide to go out the window, then I got smarter and put the silent brake or the silent alarm on the window, and the master box was in my room closet. So when it went off, they couldn't even turn the pad off because they had to come in my room to turn it off. So they couldn't even lift up the windows because it will automatically trigger the alarm.
Right.
One night I forgot to turn it off, and my son decided to go out his window. So when he went out his window and he crossed the fence, he had to step into where the flowers used to be, but he didn't have no rake to get rid of his footprint. So when the water went off, it dried right there. So when we got up, my husband got up and he looked, he automatically knew. He seen 2 sets of footprint. We knew one footprint was his and one next door was Trayvon. We already knew it. They was caught red-handed. Already knew it. They were caught red-handed.
Well,
They talk about it to this day. They were caught red-handed. So what we did was we took the fence out and we got an even taller fence that made it difficult for them to climb over the fence.
Oh, man.
I'm laughing because I got somewhat of a similar story. And once I tell this story, I'm going to read this article for everybody and play the video again for people who haven't seen the video what I just played. I remember this a long time ago. I'll never forget it. Barroso, you probably can agree with me. When we was young boys, we were the most hard-headed. When we supposed to be on punishment, you think we take that punishment? We only take that punishment when mama was home. But when mama and dad gone, we be outside. We ain't supposed to be outside. We go somewhere everywhere. And I even thinking that they could pull back up at any time that you outside. All right? So this one time I was on punishment. And the way we used to stay in these apartments, and the way the apartments were set up, I could see my mom, I could see her coming. So they gave me enough time to run back to the apartment, and beat her to the apartment where she won't know nothing. I did this one evening thinking she didn't know nothing, but she knew. Because mama came back home. I didn't know she came back home. She come in the house. I said, "Hey, Ma." She said, "Hey, my ass." She said, "I'm finna beat your ass." I'm like, "Damn, what'd I do?" She said, "Oh, yeah, I came back home. And your ass was outside." I said, "Damn." She came back home. Had the door unlocked and everything, so I get my ass back in the house. And I said, "God damn." And she tore my ass up too, boy. I said, damn. So, and the sad thing about that, Barroso, we get them ass whoopings and still turn around and do that shit again.
Actually, my older brother was good for that. I got, you're right. I did get my fair share of punishment, but nobody got it worse than my older brother.
Right.
My brother had his knack of cutting junior high school. And my father, no matter what he would do, he would beat him with a wire, with a belt, with a sandal, with a 2x4. You name it, he still cut.
Right.
You want to talk about stubborn, that's just glutton for punishment. I don't know, once you get that 2x4, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I'm taking my rear end to school. About you guys, I'm going to school.
Okay, Lisa got a question.
What's that question? I saw her ask something.
Yeah.
I saw her ask something.
How do people feel about too much discipline? Is there such a thing? Discipline, is there such a thing? Discipline is not abuse.
Right, discipline. And what up to my man Logic Eden? What up, Logic? What up, Famo? Discipline, abuse is two different things. Discipline, I think, is you could get a talk or you get a couple of licks, and that's just what it is. Discipline. Abuse, we pretty much get a good idea of what abuse is. Open palm, slaps in the face, bruise marks, people putting ashes out on the child's face and all this stuff. I mean, we pretty much know what abuse is, and I think you got different levels of it called corporal and capital punishment. I forgot what's the difference between the two. But, if you're a type that just talk to your children, I guess that's all fair game. But at what point do you keep talking and your children keep doing the same thing? What do you do then? Do you go straight to the paddling, or you just keep on talking? Let's take a prime example. House of Pain. Alan Payne character, all he did was talk to his children. Jasmine and that little boy was out of line a lot of time on that show. And if y'all remember this one show, the boy got upset at his dad. Cause that's the time where Jean, where her name was, she was on drugs real heavy. And he was trying to, what up, Super T? What up, Famo? Their mother was on drugs real heavy. And Alan Payne character was trying to talk to the boy. He stood up and said, no. He said, you don't know how I feel to go to school every day. Everybody call my mama a crackhead and this, that, and the third. And his face would look like he feel get ready to get froggy with it. You know, and he was just speaking his mind to his daddy, but it's his facial feature that got his dad. Now, you remember the episode, Alan Payne jacked him up. And then he let him go. He let him go. You know, and he said, go to your room. Now, I know that's acting, but this, when I was growing up, you did something like that, you finna get your ass whooped because you being disrespectful. And that's understandable. And I always asked myself on that show, you know, why did Tyler Perry never put in there that Alan Payne actually gave him a paddling? And then I had to think about it. He really couldn't do nothing because I guess he understood where his son was coming from. Because their mama was out there strung out. He understand where his mom was coming from. So there was no reason for him to hit him. But at the same time, though, he need to let him know, I'm your dad. I'm not this dude on the street. I'm not your friend. You can speak your mind to me, but be mindful who you talking to. All right? I understand you stressed out. I'm going to let you get out what you want to say, son or daughter. But please be mindful and be respectful who you talking to. All right? So that's a prime example. And if that hadn't been me, and that happened to me, probably my first instinct would be to get a belt and whoop his ass. Because that's how I grew up. When I did something wrong to my mom, got disrespectful, I got my ass whooped. So I feel, you know, that's the way I learned. That's the way they got to learn. You know, so that's my take on that. Anyone of y'all want to add on to that?
Well, back in the day, growing up, discipline was not considered abuse because we all know you did something. You got a butt whooping from everybody in the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Everybody in the neighborhood whoop your butt. When you showed out, you got your butt whooped.
Exactly.
You already anticipated that. Mm-hmm. You know, but as times change, CPS started getting involved. You yell at your child, CPS involved.
Yes,
you raise your hand to your child, CPS got involved.
Exactly.
They took paddlings out of school. Everything, you had to change with the times. You had to change with the dynamics. Then you had to go to these parenting classes. You had to go to different things. You had to go in front of the courts. You had to explain why you did this. But when it came to me and the kids and my husband, being that both of us was in the military, our discipline consisted when it came to the kids, we took away what they loved the most. And cell phones, computers, iPads, video games, television, all these electronics, these kids can't live without it. They spend their whole life on it. That's what hurts the most. Mm-hmm. When you find out what hurts the child the most, then you know what you could discipline the child with the most.
Amen.
Fashion, going to get their hair done, the name brand this, the name brand that. So as you be around your child the most, you learn your child the most. Me and my husband would go up there, all the kids, we brought them uniforms. Mm-hmm. Either it was the khaki pants, the tan ones, the brown ones, or the black ones. White shirt and plain white shoes, the regular underwear, white, black, or the brown ones. For the girls, it was the white bras, the black shirt. The boys had the under t-shirts. Oh, yeah, we went military style on them. Oh, yes, we did. Sure did. The white or black socks, yes, we did. We took all the earrings, the fashion brand, yes, we did. And we went to corporal punishment with them. You pack your stuff up. We had boxes out there in the garage. Mm. They packed their stuff up. They packed everything up. They broke the bed down. They broke all that stuff down. They went out there and they brought out the plastic bins, the ones that you stack up, that you go over here to Walmart or Target, and they pulled out all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And we had the big old huge tents that they would set up out there in the backyard. And they lived out there for their punishment. Yes, they did. Sure did. They camped right out there. When we would go to how we went to the field, that's how they lived out there. Sure did. And their punishment consisted of, they was hot, they was mad. Sure did. Yes, indeed. They sure did. And when I say, when their punishment was up, they was glad. The boys didn't like it. They did not like it. That they would go to school. I ain't had no problems out of them. Mm-hmm. It was always maybe one or two of the girls that would act up. And when I say, when they would act up, we make them pack their stuff, they would sit there and say, I'm not finna do this, I'm not finna do it. I had one sit there and said, she did the fainting spell, did all this stuff, did all that. She even called, she did the whole boat. She even called the ambulance, went out there, had a whole 2-day stay in the hospital. I mean, they ran tests on her, thought something was wrong with her. I mean, did the whole EKG, the whole everything. Her brother was out there talking to her and said, she said, nah, I'm just trying to get past my punishment. When I come back, my punishment, my days will be up. Sure did. She did the whole most. Sure did. Did the whole most. When she came back, that's when the punishment started.
There you go. Good deal. But Rosso, you got something you want to add on to it, brother? You want to add some more too before I read this article?
Well, I mean, like I said, Lisa was brought up a point about, what is it? Like Ms. Classy said, and I responded by saying that's very gray area, and like about CPS, I'm like, you can't even sneeze on your child unless CPS ends up being called. It's like, it's very gray area. How you discipline your child and how far you go with it, because it's like at the end of the day, because like I said, it takes that one call to CPS, you're up in the course and the parenting classes and the whole shebang that no parent ever wants to go through. And, but it's like, for me growing up, like I said before about my brother getting hit with almost every household item you could think of, it was an attitude straightener. But you know what? With social media and not helping, these kids getting, some of these kids getting, punishment on social media being transmitted out there, it kind of damages your psyche somewhat. Yeah, I bet you they won't do it again, but it could possibly, scar these kids for life. And then somebody will turn around and say, hey, aren't you that kid that got, XYZ on social media, blah, blah, blah. It's not something I think, that, it's not healthy for the child also to have your punishment on social media. You discipline your child, and that's it, and they don't do it again. At least you hope they don't.
That's what's up. And Ms. Classy, thank you once again, because you got a lot of people that's coming over here. I know a lot of y'all having a hard time with the notifications, and I'm doing the best I can to share it out, people, but I can only do so much, because I'm running the platform by myself. But Ms. Classy, about you doing what you did. Got a lot of people that's coming in, Miss Fire Green, what's up, love? Shout out to my man Logic, which he's on the line now. And my man Inappropriate Question showed up. What up, Mike? How you doing, brother? Speaking of Logic, I'm going to mirror him. And then when I mirror him, I'm going to read this article. And I'm going to give Logic a chance to speak on the subject once he hear the article. What up with you, bro?
What's going on, Chris Thorne, for the Chris Thorne Show at Miss Classy?
Man, what's going on, brother? What's going on, man? I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate it.
I came, I saw it on my Facebook, but I need to start going to my Facebook now more because I see you putting the links on now. So I'm going to start looking for your shows on my Facebook. But no, I got it now. I'm subscribed. I can find this channel, man. And
a lot
Miss Classy.
And I think that's a lot of things too. A lot of people, I asked her to share it, and I got the notification that she did it, so I appreciate her for that because it brought a lot of people in, man. Good company is always good company if you ask me. So, Elijah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read this article, man, so you can get up to speed of what we're talking about here.
I'm finna go. I just want to just say salute to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? For keeping your focus, man, keeping your drive going, man, keeping your dream alive, bro.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's real love right there from one brother to
great.
another.
That's good.
Well, hey, Elijah, appreciate that, man. And you got some people you want to share this out to? Bring them on. We're gonna be here for a minute, man. Tell them come on over.
All right, I got it. I got
right.
it. You give me $10, I'll put it on my community wall.
Wow.
He always try to exploit me. I fuck with you though. I fuck with you though.
Hey, bro, I'm putting it on my community wall as we speak right now, bro. I got you.
I appreciate that, dude. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it.
All right, be easy, bro.
All right, you too, man. It's my man Elijah, man. YouTube court, man. I really appreciate that, bro. Real talk, man. Y'all showing your boy love tonight. So let's switch over here. And again, people, I'm going to play the news clip for y'all again before I get out of here. And I'm also going to put the link in the description box so y'all can take a look at it yourself. So this asshole right here, name is Travis McDaniels. That's his name, all right? And Travis McDaniel is a 21-year-old Indiana man was arrested for raping an 11-year-old girl he met on Tinder. Again, I don't know what the fuck 11-year-old is doing on Tinder, but hey, if it's there for the taking and you know how to lie about your birthday and all that, then you can get into anything. I remember one time I was 20 years old and I walked into a porn porn shop, because everybody see me, they used to think I was old or whatnot. So I walked up in the motherfucker, think the lady wasn't gonna say nothing to me. She stopped me, talking about, how old are you? I said, I'm 20. She said, you gotta be 21. I said, well, damn. Okay. I gotta get the fuck up out of that then. I gotta get the fuck up out of that then. Damn.
Gotta go.
But anyway, though, Travis McAdams from Greendale was charged with felony rape and child molesting after he was collared on December 14th. This was recent. December 14th. This was recent. Authorities said he was being held at the Dearborn County Jail on a $200,000 cash bond, according to Fox 19. Police said the arrest came months after the young girl's mom alerted investigators of the alleged attack in March. Police told the Cincinnati Enquirer that the little girl was attacked. The little girl was attacked. Hey, Sass, how you doing, Sass? Hey, appreciate that, Elijah. Appreciate it, bro. The young girl was attacked. Wow. You just that desperate to get your dingling wet to you attacking an 11-year-old. Because what you say earlier, bro, so they say he knew how old the girl was. When he found out true age, he's still trying to get a hold of her.
You think he thought with the wrong head? That's what he did?
Yeah, he thought with the wrong head. This don't make no damn sense. It really don't. But let's continue with the story. McAdams began chatting with the child on a dating app Tinder back in December of last year, according to probable cause affidavit. It's my understanding the 11-year-old had portrayed herself as a 16-year-old. On the Tinder app, and once they had met through Tinder, they began to chat through Snapchat. Dearborn County prosecuting attorney Lynn Deddens said McAdams met the girl at Greendale Cinema sometime in late December of 2017 and last January during their encounter. The child said she went to use the bathroom, and when she returned, McAdams allegedly put his arm around her neck, covered her mouth, and raped her in the back of the building. Oh, man.
Okay, so I want to ask, you said late 2017. What happened in late December 2017? I'm just trying to piece everything together.
They met at the Greendale Cinema. The Greendale Cinema.
December 2017.
2017 and last January.
That's after she faked her age. Right.
Yeah,
she faked her age of being 16.
Exactly, but still, even with 16, why would you even go for that unless 16 is a legal age. 'Cause I know some states, 16 years is legal age. You know, so it could be the possibility to what happened to her.
But where does morals kick in? That's my question. Where does morals kick in?
It don't.
Even if
It
legal,
don't.
even if it's legal, morals should kick in. But like you said, it don't. It don't. And for many people.
Mm-hmm. And you wonder.
Okay, this is my problem coming with social media these days, right? Now, because it has become an issue with social media um, and the stalking, the bullying, the pedophilia, and I'm blaming social media as well.
Oh yeah.
There needs to be social media has taken it upon itself to make these blanket statements to cover themselves, whereas they're taking itself out of the equation when it comes to being held accountable, when they themselves need to also be held taking bulk of the accountability. And the reason I say that because children of younger age should not be able to make any type of social media account. Snapchat has been a big issue now when it comes to children using these Snapchats, and there is no footprint leading back to anything when it comes to pedophilia, being tracked back to these children being met up with their attackers that has raped them, that has murdered them, or anything. And I think there needs to be a law implemented when it comes to social media requiring a age restriction, that if they're not of age 18, that they're not allowed to set up no type of social media account.
Absolutely.
Period, point blank.
Absolutely.
Well, that's true. That's true. But like you see how easy it is for an 11-year-old to pose as a 16-year-old. It doesn't take much to manipulate a profile. Say you're 18 years old.
Exactly.
Either, I mean, that's now if you want to say, now I'm going to add to that. You want to add that if the child is caught lying about the age, then the parent gets in trouble, then maybe we can go somewhere with that. Maybe that's going to go. Then you hold the parent responsible, because it's like, what are you doing as the parent? You're letting your child pose as an 18-year-old when you know damn well there's a lot of these guys just chomping at the bits to come after your child that they think is 18 years old, what they know is legal. And we already said that they have no morals. So it's like, maybe we should start holding parents accountable. Let's start lighting some fire under some people's asses.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
But it can be done when it comes to social media, because when somebody reports your page on Facebook, and Facebook has questions about your page, and they put your page on a temporary suspension, you have to send in proof to Facebook. And it has to be a form of your ID showing your name, a picture, and all of that. So if Facebook can do it, why can't Twitter do it? Why can't Instagram do it? Why can't Snapchat do it? Why can't YouTube do it? So I beg to differ when it comes to any of those social medias, because YouTube, Facebook can do it. So I refuse to believe that it cannot be done across the board as a whole.
Let me give a shout out to you again, Miss Class, and let me give a shout out to Logic, because he brought more people in. The numbers are getting up there. It says we got 27 watching right now. A lot of people are watching in bushes because they don't know about me, but that's cool. You know what I'm saying? All I ask, let me say this first. Welcome to the show. Hopefully you are enjoying the topic, and if you don't mind, please hit that thumbs up and bring some more people in. Show your boys love. But then again, a lot of y'all should know who I am by now. Much I call in the Logic show. y'all should know who the hell I am. So that's that. But let me say this right here, and I'm gonna get through reading the article. Both of y'all are absolutely right. You're absolutely right. See, this is why even me as a grown man, I'm finna be 39 years old on Valentine's Day. I'm finna be 39 years old. I do not put none of my
Some birthday, huh?
right. I don't put none of my private shit out on social media. As far as who I'm dealing with, anything like that. Yeah, I may do a couple of streams if I'm going on a trip or something like that, like back in May when I went to New Jersey. I'll do that, but I would never tell you who I'm going to see. I would never tell you who I'm with. I would never show you who I'm with because that's pretty much leaving a blood trail for the sharks. People take this shit, they be cool with you for 1 minute, and then turn around and use what you sharing on your social media site, start downloading your pictures and stuff, start attacking you, and then once they get to attacking you, they start attacking your woman. They start attacking your woman. Then the one thing I hate the most, they start attacking your kids. Now, when you start attacking people's kids, I think you're going too far. Leave kids out of this shit. You know, if you got a problem with me, keep it with me. But again, I'm Chris Thorns. I don't let none of my shit out on social media. Y'all don't know shit other than I got a show, I got a platform, got my own shit. I got no kids. You know, whoever I'm talking to on the backside, you would never know unless they open their big ass mouth and say I'm talking to them, which I hope nobody ever do no shit like that because ain't nobody fucking business. You know, so I don't do none of that. I'm private like a motherfucker. My private life is like a damn locked treasure chest. You got to do some of everything to get that motherfucker open. I doubt if you ever get it open because people are like trolls. Like I said, it's social media. You got a lot of social media trolls. And they just doing whatever they can to fuck with you. And that's why I would give nobody no opportunity to see nothing that I'm doing on the backside. So if I am with somebody, y'all probably never know who I am with, you know, because I'm not going to tell you. It's nobody's business. You understand? So y'all absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all absolutely right. You know, and then it's worse for kids because y'all know kids get excited. Kids get excited about this internet stuff. And when they start getting attention, they get all so excited and they start just telling everything. And you the adult that's not going to catch what they saying, they putting out business that nobody needs to know. Because ain't that a fucked up feeling that a young teenager thinks she talking to a cute little boy or whatnot and invite the boy over to the house, kind of find out he's a serial killer. Now you brought this boy to your house. He got you kidnapped. He got your mom and everybody hostage. And it's just a fucked up situation, you know? So, yes, especially for little girls. Hey, ladies, stay on your little girls. Matter of fact, fathers, stay on your little girls. You know what I'm saying? You're absolutely right, Ms. Class. I love when you said that. Should no young girl have no social media. Hell, if you ask me, a young man should have no social media. Nobody should have it.
Exactly.
Nobody should have it.
Exactly.
So,
because you got to think about it. Look at Snapchat and look at the instance when it came to what the Jolie Musa situation, and we have to go back to that, and they couldn't even track none of her chat histories.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Good evening to Blessed Grandma. I think I seen your name before, but this your first time probably being to any one of my shows, so I'd like to welcome you to the show, and thanks for everybody hitting that thumbs up. Y'all showing love to your boy tonight. Miss Sassy said 100, What's that little kid emoji right there? That's kind of, bow. Okay, say take a bow. Oh, that's cool. That's what's up. She always show me love, whatnot. But anyway, let me continue to reading this about this sicko right here. So I left it what it says. She went to the bathroom and he met her in the bathroom. He covered her mouth, and right there in the back of the building, the affidavit states, the girl told police she met with McAdams again because she was afraid he would harm her. Now I got a problem with that. When that happened, you were under protection. You know, so I don't know, especially she had a father in the house. I don't know why she didn't. Well, no, let me take that back. I know why she didn't say nothing, because she doing something she had no business doing. So let me take back what I'm saying, okay? I can understand where she coming from, because she want to keep it a secret, because she already knew she let it out, she was going to be in trouble. So I get what she's saying. Just disregard that. I see what she's saying. I disregard that. She advised me.
Wait a minute. She met with him. She met with the guy again because
she was scared.
She did not want. She was scared. No, I don't agree with that.
Well, go ahead. You tell me your difference. You heard me. I said
because once she met with him the first time, and he violated her, At what point in time did she not report it to her father and take it to the police?
Mm. Mm. Well,
Because 9 times out of 10, she got caught and then claimed the scared victim part. That's just my thoughts on it.
ooh,
I'm sorry.
okay. What say you, Barroso? What you say about that? I say, you know what I'm saying?
No, for me,
I say
for me,
I think
for
I
me,
understand that why she was scared because she was trying to keep it a secret. She probably didn't get in trouble at that time. But Miss Class has always made a good point. But go ahead, brother. What you say about it? And Brian, if you want to
I
call
think
in,
she
bro,
was
the
more.
line open. The line open. You want to call in?
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead,
want
bro.
to. Something Brian said. He who lets their 11-year-old go to the movies by herself in the first place, and I replied she didn't probably tell her mom anything. She just went out, and it's like, these kids nowadays, they go out. I mean, hell, they want to have these cell phones, but when it comes time to call you where you at, you're not going to pick up the phone. So it's kind of like, it's a catch-22 nowadays. You don't give the kid the cell phone, and you can't check up on them, but what is an emergency, they gotta have it. It's a no-win situation. But like, why she bothered me up with, why she didn't say something the first time, like, oh, mommy, this guy is like 21 years old, I met up with this guy, this, who knows, this could have been prevented. She said something initially.
Okay,
yeah, she probably would have gotten an ass whipping at home, but at the same time, none of this would have happened.
Y'all both made some valid point. That's why I'm glad
Chris,
I got y'all
have
on the
you
show.
ever heard this? Daddy, mama, can I go out to my can I go over to my friend's house? We supposed to be studying, or we looking at a movie or something like that. Yeah, you can go.
Yeah.
And she pretended to go over her friend's house, but instead she went to meet this guy. She used her friend as a scapegoat.
You know
Me
what?
and my friend going to the movies.
Okay, you got
And
me.
that was a scapegoat to meet the guy.
Yeah. That's a good analogy. I like that. That's a good one. Because I know plenty of times I asked my mama to do something, but I caught her like when she was a sleepy mode, and I think she brought that up one time because I asked her to do something, and she woke up and said, I didn't tell you to do that. I said, yes, you did. She said, oh, you was slick and asked me why I was still asleep. That's probably why I said, yeah. I'm like, I didn't really think about that, but, I guess. I mean, that's what happened. You were asleep, and you want to go back to sleep, so you told me anything to get me out your hair. And that's one thing that parents got to start doing. You kids get on your nerves. Don't tell them, because they getting on your nerves. I mean, keep your foot on the ground. I don't give a damn how much they pout, cry, and all that
Chris,
stuff.
Chris, I know as we were younger, we probably tried that on our parents. Like, hey, Mom, Dad, I'm going to the movies. I'm sure we all did that as kids, but it's a different generation, too. It's a whole different generation. It's like, we didn't have growing up what they got now. And it's like, now it's like, you think your friend, we did it to our parents younger. It's like, I wonder if my kid's doing this to me. I wonder if any of my kids, we say that, like, damn, I did this to my mother and father. I imagine they're going to do it to us. But the problem is, nowadays, when they say that, they're going out, you just hope that they come back in one piece, or else stuff like this happens.
Let me say this real quick. We got 30-some people in the building. This is your first time being here again. Welcome to the show. I have done numerous of shows with Miss Classy, and I always love when she come on the show. And this show, hey, ain't no different. When she come on, she give up good thoughts on topics that, hey, who can disagree with a lot of stuff that she said. And we also got my man Barroso. His name is Chris, also on the line, giving good thoughts on the topic at hand. But if you haven't, go ahead and hit that sub button, because of these topics that you get over here. I talk about real stuff that goes on. My main stitch is talking about kids. People say that I'm a child advocate, and I guess that's a good title to have, but I don't feel like I'm not, because I'm not able to save the children that I be talking about. But man, what a world it would be if I could save every child that's in danger. But unfortunately, I can't do it. you can't do it. You know, you can only see that in the comic book and cartoons. So, but anyway, if you like,
I think we all want that. We all want
exactly
children, you know.
Exactly. So, if you're enjoying what you're hearing tonight, go ahead, hit that sub button and then hit that bell button, and please don't make this your last time coming to the show. Let me get through reading this. So, it says she advised me that she was scared of McAdams, and that's why she continued to see him a couple of other occasions after this, because she was afraid of what he might do to her. Detective Sergeant Kendall Davis said. Davis and McAdams was aware of the child's age and continued to see her anyway. Following McAdams' arrest, several more women had come forward with similar claims. Now, they're using the term women.
Women or girls?
They're using the term women.
We need to clarify.
Exactly. I'm going by what they... Oh, shit. Oops. Damn. I'm going to tear my shit up. I go by what they say and what they don't say. This time they say women. Now, when you say women, I'm assuming you talk about ladies that's up for age. Now, but here's my question, and I'm going to continue to read the story. If you was tricking women or doing whatever the hell you was doing to get their cookie, whatever the fuck you was doing, how did you go from getting the women to little girls? What the fuck happened? Seriously, what the fuck?
That's because that girl was seeing them and they was raping women. It's a difference. That young lady, that 11-year-old girl she was sneaking out, and she ended up getting caught. And it could be it could be many, if the article don't specifically go into saying how they end up getting caught or what happened, you could only speculate, and there's only speculation. She probably got mad, she probably yelled rape, because it only states she went on to continue to see them several other times. Once they raped her, once she deemed that they raped her the first time, and she went on to continue to see them several other times, at what point in time did it stop being raped?
Ooh.
It's already rape once they raped her the first time. She continued to see them afterwards. Number one, you lied about your age. You met them on Snapchat.
Tinder.
And then you used it as an excuse because they threatened you. When they did what they did the first time, that was automatic grounds to tell your parents what happened. But you can't tell your parents if you had already lied to your parents the first time.
Hey, you
broke
that down perfect.
You got to keep the lie going.
You broke that down perfect. I would never thought about that. Here I am trying to get a young lady a pass, but you got to think about that though. And now it just got me. It just blew my mind wide open. Just like somebody just said. Name Moody just said, I think she was seeing until she got caught. And not only that, Name Moody, as sad as it is to maybe go in further than that, she probably was fucking. She probably was fucking the reason why she kept going back.
And then she found out about something else or whatever, and then she cried because you got girls that do that. Mm-hmm. You got to think about the mind mentality of these girls. God. You have to think about the mind mentality of these girls. One, they're not mature enough. Mm-hmm. First of all.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Two, their hormones and their emotions is already running rapid.
Damn, I didn't think about that. Wow. I mean, you really just blew my mind wide open with that. I didn't think about that. Now, I'm usually analyzing the fuck out of my shows, but god damn. See, Barossa, that's why I said I wanted to have a female on this one, and I'm glad we did, because she just blew my mind.
Glad, yeah, you got to look at it from that perspective, from the female scope, exactly.
Yeah,
That's why I said, and he always got to explore from a wide sphere, a wide perspective, and this is the exact reason why.
She just blew my mind. I'm just like, you dropped a bomb on me. Yeah, I mean, damn.
Exactly.
Good going, girl. Shit. Hey, Miss Class, I love you for that. I mean, you just really twisted my cap on that one. Seriously, I didn't think about all that. You really did.
And I agree with it. Actually, I agree with Miss Greenfire. It's automatic statutory rape. It's going to automatically be because of her age.
Oh, wow.
Because of her age, it's automatically statutory rape.
Exactly.
Because of her age.
Exactly.
Because of his age, the men's age, it's automatically statutory rape. She was in a full-blown relationship with them. Whatever went wrong, went wrong. But because of the ages, that's automatically statutory rape.
Damn.
The girl was 11 years old.
And he's got to walk with that for the rest of his life because he will probably end up being a registered sex offender.
Man, I love you guys for
you
this
go
one.
From women to a child. That is, I don't care how you put it. You can date a woman, you can rape a woman, rape, you will get stuck with rape. But the moment you start messing with a child, in a full-blown relationship with a child, this, that, and the other, and she go and do whatever, and she yell, you raped her, it's automatically statutory rape. I don't care how you put it.
Oh,
game, set, match. Homeboy's done. Homeboy's done.
Beverly Palmer, good evening. Welcome to the show. Oh, man, y'all coming in. Y'all ladies coming in on a good topic. Y'all coming in on a good topic. And again, you know, if you watch me, this is what you get. Y'all notice my chat room. It's mellow. Nobody ain't doing no dumb shit. And somebody asked me in my comment section the other day, they was like, wow, Chris, how do you keep your chat room so calm? You know, you got my respect and love for that. I said, because I nipped that shit in the bud in the beginning. I nipped it in the bud in the beginning. As long as I've been doing this, I let people know I ain't with that dumb shit. All right? You can have a good show without dumb shit in your chat. Now, some people got free platforms and they let anything run. And I ain't knocking nobody for that. You know how you run your platform? It's how you run your platform. But if you's a person that say you want positivity, then you got to lead by example. And that's what my show is. I'm leading by example. My show is going to stay positive. Now, a lot of stuff I may say, people ain't going to like it. They're not going to like it. But still, we can have a discussion without getting too stupid. And this is what y'all see in my chat room. For the people watching the bushes, this is what you get in my chat room. Look, everybody speaking to everybody getting along, everybody staying on topic. Ain't nobody over there getting off topic, talking about no dumb shit or nothing. You notice that? Every show I have, nobody gets off topic and start talking about dumb shit. Nobody comes in my chat, start talking about other people who they got problems with, because you know what? Chris Thorne ain't having it. I ain't having it. All right?
Lead by example.
Exactly. I'm going to lead by example. I'm going to lead by example, and y'all going to be the body of the show. All right? So I ain't got time for that dumb shit. If I'm serious about this, I ain't got time for that dumb shit. All right? Again, I don't knock anybody who does it. If that's the way you grow your panel, then do you. That shit ain't happening over here. And everybody over there is being mellow. And that's why I love the audience. I might not got a big audience, but you best believe even new people that come over here go with the flow of the chat room. Even on my main channel, I have trolls that I know there's trolls. Literally come to my show and enjoy my show. And I know they trolls. Because I be seeing them other people chat, troll other people. But when they come to my show, they be like, what up, Chris? Good show. I said, that's how you know you getting respect. You got trolls that come respect your show. That's how you know you getting respect. You know? So that's what's up. She said they got Chris talk too much. My man Brian. Man, Brian, I'm glad you back, man. And thank you, Beverly Palmer. Make sure you hit that thumbs up for me, dear. Thank you so much for coming in. And Ms. Class, thank you again. You and Logic, you know, thank y'all. Y'all made this night tonight, you know. So I'm pretty much sure after the show, I'm gonna have a whole lot of people probably come and watch it because this is a damn good topic. So anyway, let's continue. So she said she advised me that she was scared of McAdams, and that's why she continued. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, I forgot to send that message. She advised me that she was scared of McAdams, and that's why she continued to see him a couple of other occasions after this, because she was afraid of what he might do to her. Detective Sergeant Kendall Davis said. Davis said McAdams was aware of the child's age and continued to see her anyway. Following McAdams' arrest, several more women have come forward with similar claims, police said. In the wake of the alleged rape, police warned parents to keep track of their children on social media. How about this? I agree with that. How about children should not have social media, period? Block that shit. All right? Block it. It can be done. Age restrict your computer from your kids. All right? And I know you got some parents that search social media to make sure that their kids ain't got shit. And if they do got social media, come here. Let me holler at you. Get your ass up here and delete this right now. You too young for this. I'm not trying to expose you to this shit. Get your ass off of Facebook. Get your ass off of Instagram. You better show in the head, get off of Snapchat. Get off of Snapchat. Only social media you need to be on is SCHOOL. All right? That's the only social media you need to be on. Anything else, it's uncivilized. Preach. Everything else is uncivilized.
Yo.
You know? So, all right. Anyway,
Yes.
watch that social media's account. There are apps out there now to look different. If you look on a child's app and it shows a clock, it's actually a hidden file where kids can hide Snapchat accounts. Is that a fact? Is that a fact? Kids can hide Snap. Well, that's how we know she got past the Snapchat thing, because she hid her account. Clever gal. And it shows. Oh, wait a minute. It's actually hidden file where kids can hide Snapchat accounts or Tinder accounts and other similar accounts, so their parents might not even be aware they have it. David said. So this girl was smart. She knew what she was doing. And again, it brings back what y'all said earlier. You know, she's been doing this for quite some time. But the thing about it is, the shit that hit the fan now. That's what it was. The shit hit the fan. And she did it one time too many.
So you're telling me, I was going to say, so kids are outsmarting technology nowadays?
I can see that.
That's what
I
it
can see
seems
that.
like.
But you know what? They
I can see
teach
that.
those technologies in school.
That's the
School
worst part
is
of it.
tech
Exactly.
savvy.
Absolutely. So I can see that, how she can play the system. Because again, like Ms. Class said earlier, if you don't watch these kids, they clever as fuck. They clever as hell. All right? They can do some shit.
I'm going to tell you how clever kids are. Kids
Go
are
ahead.
so clever. I got my grandson to be 5 years old Monday, Christmas Eve. They're so tech savvy that my grandson know how to work the computer better than me. They're teaching them early. So when you think your child or your grandchild don't know how to work a iPad, a cell phone, or a computer, you might want to think again. Put it in front of them and let them show you what they know how to do. That's how you know what your child or your grandchild knows. Let them show you what they know. And you will be surprised at how tech savvy they really are.
My man Brian said, my son wants a phone. He can have a rotary phone. I know that's right. if they still make this shit. A rotary phone.
You know, my grandma still got her rotary phone.
Wow.
Man, boy, I tell you, yeah, that's right, Brian. They can take their rotatory motherfucker everywhere they go. You ain't gonna get far with that. All you can do to make calls. You can't do shit else. You can't do shit else, man. But other than that, people, I want y'all to understand. Oh man, y'all got me up to 50 likes. That's what's up. That's what's up.
There you
Appreciate
go.
y'all. Appreciate y'all. Again, thank you, Ms. Class, and thank you, Barroso, for making time to do this show with me. And I'm glad I had time to do it. You know, it's a lot of stories that's being sent to me that I just can get to them whenever I get to them. Man, I get a lot of shit, and to let you know, people like, I guess, the content that I do or whatnot, and I just tell it like it is, and that's what you got to do because the news can only say so much. But somebody like me who has no contract, I can say whatever the hell I want to say about the news. And I'm pretty much sure the news probably watch me sometime and be like, hell yeah, man, Chris, that's what I want to say, man. You took the words right out of my mouth. I know I did. But y'all going to say so much. Y'all got a limit to what y'all say, but I can pretty much tell you how I feel about it. This man is an asshole. He is. He's a horny, mannish asshole. And the girl, now that we found out the story, what she was doing, she ain't no better. She ain't no better, to be honest, because she was doing this for quite some time and she put herself in this situation. Now, am I saying that I'm wishing something on her? No, not at all. But she has to understand that for every action, there's an opposite what? Reaction. She has to understand.
Opposite reaction.
Yeah, for every action, there's an opposite reaction. And you've been doing this for a long time and you finally got your opposite reaction. Now, I thank you that you didn't pass away from this. You're still living. But I hope you learn your lesson, young woman, whoever you are. I hope you learned your lesson that trying to be fast.
Yeah, because she could have been killed.
Exactly. And I hope you learn your lesson that trying to be fast, baby, trust me, the grass ain't green on the other side. Being fast going to get you in that fast lane. And you're going to get back up once you get hit what's in that fast lane. You is not going to be able to get back up. So anyway, though, for the people who are watching now, I'm going to play the news clip for y'all again. And again, thank y'all so much for coming to the show, watching. Thank you, everybody. Let me play this for y'all so y'all can hear it, those who didn't hear it. And for those who want to hear it again, I'm playing it again for you. So I want y'all to listen to what's going on.
Looking for the alleged suspects. As soon as we have an update, we'll bring it to you. For now, live, Maytal Levy, Fox 19 Now.
Maytal, thanks. A Greendale man is spending his 21st birthday behind bars, accused of raping.
21st birthday. This fool just turned 21. And you were just that horny. You got your ass in trouble. You finna be behind bars on your birthday. What a dumbass. At 21, yeah, I think I was a little hornball too, but I knew what can I stick my leg in, what I can't stick my leg in. It's showing the hell when no 11-year-old. You better believe that shit, dumbass.
Well, they say that
an 11-year-old
frontal lobe don't start maturing until they turn 25 years old. So, hey, that's kind of expected.
Detectives say the man met the child on the Tinder app. Fox 19 Now's Amber Jayanth is in Lawrenceburg with more on the investigation and tells us why the 21-year-old.
I want y'all to pay attention how the lady was acting. I guess she had a hard time swallowing this. That lady right there who was talking, and you can look up facial expression. She had a hard time swallowing this, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Let's go.
Could be facing even more charges.
That's right, Tricia. Well, police say that Travis McAdams is being held here at the Dearborn County Jail. They say since his arrest on Friday, more women have come forward with similar accusations.
Tinder is one of the most popular dating apps right now. Millions use it to find love, but Travis McAdams is accused of using it to find easy prey. The Dearborn County prosecuting attorney says that McAdams had his first encounter with the underage girl online.
It's my understanding that the 11-year-old had portrayed herself as a 16-year-old on the Tinder app, and then once they had met through Tinder, they then began to chat through Snapchat.
The probable cause affidavit states that the 11-year-old and McAdams continued to communicate and that sometime in late December of 2017 and early January 2018, the two met here at the Greendale Cinema. The 11-year-old told detectives that she walked away to use the bathroom, and when she walked out, she stated that McAdams put his arm around her neck, covered her mouth, and took her to the back of the building where he raped her. The detective sergeant for Greendale police say that McAdams was aware of the child's true age and that she continued to see him after the alleged rape.
She advised me she was scared of McAdams, and that's why she continued to see him on a couple other occasions after this, because she was in fear of what he may do.
According to the affidavit, the 11-year-old's mother learned of the alleged rape and reported it to police in March. Now police are warning other parents to stay alert and to pay attention to who your children are talking to online.
Watching their children's social media accounts, there are actually apps out there now that are designed to look different. So if you look on a child's app, it may show a clock or something, and it's actually a hidden file where the kids can hide, like the Snapchat accounts or Tinder accounts and other similar accounts.
And right now, McAdams is being charged with felony rape and child molesting. Now, each charge can carry a penalty of 3 to 16 years in jail. And right now, a trial date has not yet been set. But for now, reporting live in Lawrenceburg, Amber Jayanth, Fox 19 Now.
Nate Moody said this is fake news. Nate Moody, I don't think nothing is fake about this, because I do my research whenever I put stories like this. I don't like to put out fake news, whatnot. And this is how I find out if it's hello, Precious. Thank you so much, love. I was just typing to you, but thank you for coming in, showing love. She said, I am new here. Well, I'm glad that you are new here, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this content that I'm going to get ready to wrap up real quick and sub to the channel if you so choose. But how I find out if the news is fake or not, I take an article, I highlight the title of the article, and I copy it and I paste it in the browser. And I hit paste and search. If I only see like one or two websites probably talking about it, then I'll probably say, hey, maybe this is not legit until I see a lot more people talking about it. But if I put it in the browser and I see a whole list of news people who got the story, then it's not fake. It's not fake, so she said, I know you do, but normally they dot to show their face, but plaster black folks' face all day long. Well, no, that's true and that's not true. Now, the mugshot, no, they don't dot that out. Now, if the little girl was on the news talking, then yeah, they would have dotted her face out. I think you got that kind of mixed up. The perpetrator, they never, not to my knowledge, they never dot their face out. But if the person who was the victim of the perpetrator, yes, they would dot their face out. So, you are right about that, but at the same time, you're saying that kind of wrong. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was the topic for today. This grown-ass man met this young-ass girl off of Tinder. She lied about her age, but even when she lied about her age, he found out how old she really was, and the man still came after her. He just turned 21, and I think this is a fucked up place for him to spend his 21st birthday behind bars because he's trying to get a nut. But again, same thing for him. For every reaction, there's the opposite reaction. So you did the crime, you do the time. But at the same time, Classy and Barroso not just really letting the young lady off the hook, because reading the story, it seemed like this was her first rodeo. She been doing this. And, again, I truly believe in what happens in the dark come to the light. Her shit been covered so much that it finally came to the light to where she couldn't say nothing. She couldn't cry wolf. She couldn't even cry wolf because she claimed she was so scared, and she kept going back to this man and doing God knows what, But at the end of the day, like I say to everybody, I'm glad that she didn't die from this. I'm glad that she's still living. And I hope the young lady learned her lesson. And with that being said, Miss Classy, you got some closing words, dear. You got the flow. And again, love you so much. Thank you for sharing out the show. Thank you so much for joining me on the show and blessing me with your knowledge and your presence. So you got any last word, dear? I give you the flow.
You're welcome, Chris. And it's always love for you. At the end of the day, when you think your child ain't doing what you think they ain't doing, it's always best to check on your child. I mean, even with my girls, who we was on them. We was on them like be in their business. That's your children, period. Be in their business. They don't like it. they always quick to say, "You're all in my business." I'd rather be in my child's business than to know that call come in and they telling you, "Hey, we need you to come down here to the hospital because I gotta identify my baby body."
Ooh, man.
And then I got to find out what happened.
Right.
And then I'm all upset and I'm angry because I failed my child as a mother. That's the worst call any parent can get. Because one, I failed as a parent to do my job. That's not a call no parent should ever have to get. These social media sites are set up to fail every parent because those perpetrators, those predators, they out there.
Yes.
Them the ones that might be your friends, they might be your family members, they might be a stranger. You don't even know who they are. Your children pretending to be a certain age. They walk out the door dressed like from head to toe, fully clothed. As soon as they walk around the corner, they looking like Hoochie Mama done got away with it. And the first thing that came to your mind is, why? Where did I go wrong? Did I miss the sign?
Yeah. Right. Right.
Don't do that to yourself. Don't be that blind parent to say, "No, not my child." Because it is your child. Little do a lot of people know. Don't be so blind to think that them schools ain't teaching those technologies that is allowing them to go on those websites. Because they have those computers in there. And 60%, 70% of the time, your children are on social media. My son, Josh, before he walked across that stage, used to always Facebook me, always at work. I got on the road when I was on the trail. I drove 3 hours, came home and snatched them up out of school. I was driving one way, my husband was driving the other. Snatched them clean, slap up out of school. Going off on the school. They doing it. Stay in your kids' business. Because if you don't, somebody else is in your child's personal life.
Preach. 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 And on that note, Miss Classy, thank you so much, love. Enjoy the rest of your night. If I don't talk to you again, happy holidays to you. Merry Christmas, love.
Yeah, happy holidays to you, Chris, and happy holidays to y'all. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Stay blessed.
Thank you, dear. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss Classy.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Miss Classy. Oh, I love when that woman comes on to the show. We always have good topics, especially when we talk about relationship. I love talking relationship topics with her. Those be some damn good topics or whatnot. Well, Broso, what do you like to say? You know, you got any last words, brother?
Okay, I'm gonna reiterate what she said. I'm going to put my own perspective on the legal system, and I got a suggestion for you, being that it's close to the end of the year. Okay, reiterate what she said about like, you know, don't let somebody else, you know, be in your kid's life. It goes back to what we said way at the top of the show about, you know, supporting your kid, you know, about that 11-year-old dragging at a club, you know, doing a dancing in front of those men at the club. And she just reiterated what was said on top of the show about being behind your kid, supporting your kid, you know, making sure, you know, you're doing the right thing. So yeah, you gotta always be on top of your kids, no matter how hard it may seem. Every chance you get, you nitpick, you know, see what's going on. You know, yeah, you can only do so much, but you know, like she said, when that time your kids are in school, versus you at work, home, whatever the case may be, is when they more often than not they strike do the most damage. My mother, my father ain't watching. I'm gonna do it in school. You know, kids are curious. Unfortunately, the curiosity more often than not gets to them, as we found out in this story. So we always have to, watch our kids. My question to you, sir, is: do you think the system will fail another rape victim because of the classification of the rapist race, which is a white man? Just because we've seen this happen time and time again. I don't want to bring it in, but you just can't help it. Do you think this man will not get the stiff sentence that he deserves? That's what I was meant by the legal system. Will the legal system fail another rape victim? Do you believe that?
You know what, Barroso? Questions like that is kind of hard to answer, but let's just say the reality of it is, in a lot of instances like that, it does seem that probably white people do get off on shit. They get like a slap on the wrist on a lot of these occasions. Does it happen all the time? No, but it does happen enough. Versus a black brother, if he has done this, he would probably instantly get the book thrown at him. And I hate playing the race baiting game, but that's a good question that you ask. Who knows? What's going to happen with this? Because he got bail. Who's to say if anybody gonna get this bail money, get his ass out? And when he get his ass out, then what's gonna happen then when he get out? You understand?
Exactly. Exactly. It's that P word, privilege. It's that
yeah.
P word.
If he gets out, what's gonna happen then? Or could they be looking at it like we looking at it too? Okay, we got him, but this little girl ain't finna get out so easy because she been doing this for quite some time. So
she did wrong too. No matter what about victimization, we can't victimize her, but you can't let her completely off the hook either. She did her part too.
See, like Ms. Claire just said, she just said it well. She said the system will punish him for the statutory rape. She said, but blame her for faking her age, and it's probably what's going to happen, and it's probably exactly what's going to happen. But now, as far as the system failing children, period, you got the system that's failing a lot of children. Because think about all the stories I did about children, and
exactly.
The CPS has been called because people are witnessing children being starved, beaten, abused, handcuffed, pretty much a prison in their own home, and they don't do.
How many shows have you done specifically on child abuse alone? How many shows have you done this year alone on it? It's
exactly, crazy. And nobody. Or the CPS probably would take him back for a while and give him right back to the person who committed the shit towards the children. So, the system is failing them regardless, if you ask me, to be honest. And again, like I said, I wish there's something I could do, sprinkle some magic dust and save all the children. Well, at least all the children I know there's going to be something when they grow up. I can save them from these predators, these sharks out here. You understand? But unfortunately, they can't happen, and we have to let the dice roll, and wherever number they land on, that's just how it is, brother. That's just how it is. So
exactly. And like you say, you don't know who the perpetrator is coming from. You don't know where. You don't know who. Mm-hmm. It's a DTA. It's getting to the point. DTA. Don't trust anybody.
Exactly.
That's where. Exactly.
That's why I don't.
And then like I said, you don't know who to trust no more.
That's why I don't knock anybody who doing homeschooling. They may be the safest right now. 9-year-old girl, and I think I did do a story on that girl. Committed suicide because people was bullying her at school. And you would sit up here and think, what a 9-year-old know about hanging herself?
Well, listen, it's the same thing like we said for 11-year-old. Easy, they teaching these classes in school, easy access to the internet, probably, typed in bullying, and then they come up with all these solutions, and then, it doesn't take much to influence a 9-year-old.
Absolutely.
And that's the sad part, and they're looking in for the wrong reasons. Mm-hmm. And then one last thing, I know it's coming towards the end of the year. I was thinking, I don't know if you did this last year, but do like the best of what you did this year, like a recap of the year. Recap of all the stories, all the shows you did, or whatever the case may be. Kind of, ring out the year, and hopefully next year will be a lot better because we are coming close to the end of the year.
Bro, so
what do you think?
Appreciate it. I feel you on that. I feel you on that, brother. And I probably will do something like that. Probably do an end of the year or something like that. If I got the time, because I am a busy man. That's why I don't do streams like I used to anymore. Because man, I be wanting to do them, but I be so fucking tired though, bro. I be so fucking tired because I work so much or whatnot. So that's why I'm glad I had time tonight to do this show. And you and Miss Class, man, y'all just blew it out the park, brother. I appreciate y'all for doing that. But then, bro, so same thing to you, brother. Man, be safe out there. If I don't talk to you again, man, happy holidays, Merry Christmas to you. And brother, we got to get you on.
Same to you, bro.
We got to get you on these shows more, man, because you got great insight too, brother. Thank you so much.
Hey man, listen, I love these Saturday night shows. You kidding me? I miss these things. I love these night shows. Look at all these viewers. You had 30-something at one point. You cranked up to like 33, 34. It may not sound like a lot, but it really is. For a Saturday night. It's especially in the holiday time.
Yeah, it's a lot for me because I'm not used to getting that crowd. I mean, like I said earlier, I talk about reality stuff, and a lot of people look at that as boring. But if I was over here arguing with people, then I would probably have a whole chat room full of folks. But like I said, I'm not giving nobody that. I'm gonna keep if I'm just gonna stick with 12 people, then that means those 12 people are really the ones that fuck with me. To watch my shows. I just stick with that 12 people, whatnot. But thanks again to Miss Class and Logic, they shared it out and brought the people in. And I look like there's some good people who came in and speak on it and with their own way. So hey, who can't be no grateful than that. I'm very grateful for that. That's a good damn Christmas present for me. That's a Christmas present for me.
That's it, man.
All right. See, look at that. See, somebody else just popped up. Princess Tate said, keep being positive. See, they in the bushes. They just popped out, said, I guess they saying, shit, I like this over here. This man ain't got no fuck shit going on. It's mellow. Appreciate that, Princess. Hit that like for me. And if you choose to, please sub up. Bro, so thank you, brother. I don't know if Sylvia's still in the chat room now, but man. She should be good. She should be happy with you after this one.
Let me just send a quick shout out, Sylvia. I love you. I know you're listening and watching the whole bit. I love you. Oh, by the way, she's coming back to New York in February.
All right, awesome, brother. Well, bro, so we would talk, man. Again, thank you so much, my guy. Thank you so much.
Anytime, my dude. We'll talk soon.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Be good.
You
Take
too.
care.
All right, brother.
Take care, man.
All right.
Your line has.
All right. And again, people, I want you to understand, one of my strong points in doing my shows is about kids. That's one of my strong points, and I think it's ridiculous that what a lot of these kids is going through nowadays is like no matter where they going to, they are getting fucked everywhere. They are getting fucked everywhere. And it's a damn shame that no matter where these kids turn or twist or whatever, they are getting fucked everywhere. And the only safe place they got is home now. You got a lot of people, they ain't even safe at home. So what do we do? What do we do? Or the question is there anything that we can do? I don't know. I just don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much. If I don't see y'all before Christmas, happy holidays. Please be safe. Watch your kids. And love yourself and each other. Your man, Chris Thorns, is out. Peace.